I've been thinking about America's relationship with war for most of my adult life. I served in the U.S. Army for more than 25 years and have taught military history in academic institutions for over 2 decades now. I became engrossed with the implications of America's failed war in Vietnam during my studies at the University of North Carolina. And I've been immensely fortunate to work alongside intellectually gifted veterans, scholars, and students. In many ways, war has become an integral part of my professional identity. And yet, all this time, a long-ago conversation with my wonderful PhD advisor, Richard H. Cohn, lingered in the back of my mind. As I neared my departure from Chapel Hill, Dick posed what seemed like a challenge, even if he never would engage in such provocation. If you're going to stay in academia long enough, he offered, you should aspire to write a big idea book at least once in your career. Well, this is my response to one of the best academic mentors in the field, my big idea, if you will. For the longer I became immersed in war, whether in overseas deployments or in the pages of scholarly books and veterans' memoirs, the more I came to see a fundamental binary in my nation's increasingly dysfunctional relationship with war. To me, Americans' martial bonds have been informed by deep-seated frictions between faith in and fear of war and its consequences. This big idea is more than simply recasting Thucydides' time-honored argument of fear, honor, and interest driving state policy. In the years and then decades following the Second World War, Americans formed a special and deeply flawed relationship with war that rested on inherent tensions between faith and fear. What follows is a culmination of 2 careers merging together to form a rumination on war and America. Both my experiences in uniform and my time in academia have highlighted a recurring pattern, a dialectic, so to speak. Americans are exhilarated by war's potential to make them safe while transforming the world, yet are fearful, acutely so, of what war might unleash upon them. For me, this pattern led me to ask a central, big question. What drove Americans' relationship with war in the latter half of the 20th century? In many ways, the duality between faith and fear crept into policy debates and public conversations, and remained constant because focusing on war often was the easiest, most compelling argument to make. For civilian policymakers and senior military officers alike, it proved far simpler to focus on preparing for war than on sustaining non-military programs and policies that didn't demonstrate progress against an evil enemy supposedly intent on global domination. Americans thus ushered military force to center stage of U.S. grand strategy and foreign policy. But, as I found, there was much more to the story. Faith and fear, then, is an exploration of sorts. I wanted to survey the political and cultural tendencies of how Americans conceived of war, how they valued and placed their faith in it, and how they feared it and what it might leave behind. And I wanted to assess how these tendencies evolved over time, even as Americans' core assumptions about war remained firm